Oh right, book reviews. That's a thing that I do on this channel. So we're gonna do 2 reviews in one video today because both of these books are memoirs that deal with popular culture, so they're linked thematically and format-wise, and also just because I'm behind this month. So today we're going to talk about Born Standing Up by Steve Martin and The Big Rewind, a memoir brought to you by Pop Culture by Nathan Rabin. And let's start with Steve. So this memoir doesn't deal with Steve Martin's entire life, it just covers his stand-up career in the 70s and all of the things from his early life that sort of led him to that point. And this book worked super well for me. I love Steve Martin, and I'm actually a pretty big comedy nerd. And a lot of this book is also just Steve Martin talking about and examining and like breaking down his creative process. And I just really love listening to people talk about how they make art. Like, even if comedy wasn't something that I was into, I would probably still like this book because I just love that so much. Also, the writing in this is like crazy good. Steve Martin has actually written several books, but this is the first of his I read, and I was really pleasantly surprised by how much I liked the prose. Like, he just has the ability to write these like weirdly great metaphors. In the summer of 1955, Disneyland opened in Anaheim, California. On a day so sweltering, the asphalt on Main Street was as soft as a yoga mat. So yes, this was really good, and I would definitely recommend it if you are at all interested in like Steve Martin or comedy or just super well-written memoirs. Alright, and moving on to review number 2, The Big Rewind by Nathan Rabin. So Nathan Rabin is the head writer for the entertainment website The AV Club, which is a website that I like a lot. And this memoir is all about his life from his childhood up to now and how pop culture has affected him. And what he does is that each chapter is about a different portion of his life, and he links it thematically with like a song or a book or an album or a movie or something like that. Like, he ties a bad relationship into the song Maggie May by Rod Stewart and like things like that. A couple of the connections between his life and pop culture, it's like, yeah, you're kind of reaching there, but generally it works well. I will warn you that this can get pretty dark. I mean, like, his mom walked out on the family and he spent some time in a mental institution as a kid. And at one point he was living in a group home. Like, I've always thought that Nathan Rabin was a very funny writer, and now, after reading this, I've realized, oh, you developed your sense of humor as a coping mechanism to deal with the horrific shit in your life. And I think that the dark sense of humor is very much to this book's benefit, because it is very much a memoir about someone's heartwarming triumph over adversity, but at no point does it ever get schmaltzy, which is a very real risk that these kinds of memoirs run. But yeah, overall, I really liked this, and I think that if you really like pop culture, you will too. Awesome! Looking at the amount of footage I've recorded, I don't think this is gonna be super long, so that is great! Alright, if you have read either of these books, I would love to know what you thought about them in the comments, and I will see you soon. Bye.